attack has a better win rate right now.
How much of a sway is it? 5%, 4%?
It's like around 10% more.
10%,
So it's like, yeah, really interesting.
Oh, here they go. NSS are going for this. Already some damage going out from the fall. Let's see if they can pull it off. It looks like there's no attempt from YaTo to prevent this at all. So this is going to be a success, but quite a bit of damage done by the new physics system to their own team. But it's only about 100 damage, but it's still enough.
It's really risky what you're doing right there, because if you do it incorrectly, you could lose like 1,000 HP. Because the new physics, you know, if you touch someone from behind and you're at the wrong angle, you'll lose a lot of HP. And we can see here that they trained this. They know how to do it correctly.
Yeah. Well, they still lost a bit of HP, but not everything.
You can allow that. And we can see that YaTo Gaming is attacking with actually a heavy lineup with an E113 and an E5. And we can see NSS took 2 FVs, they boosted the 140, they got a Lorraine RT, they're looking to just spot the cap it seems, and then decap with the Lorraine RT.
Yeah, I saw that they just used the TVP to unload into all the bushes. TVP is such a quick reload. Although it's an autoloader, it's not really ever not loaded, right? When the main engagement is going to happen, it's going to be either there 5 seconds late or already loaded. So what do you think of this attack formation here? Remember, YaTo Gaming are in the red, they're on the offensive, and NSS are defending in the top right-hand corner. So what do you think of this attack plan?
YaTo right now is just trying to clear all the bushes, as you can see with the 113 going aggressive, spotting. The whole team is doing blind shots right now, and they're slowly moving up over the track. Dory getting shot right here for 428 by Designite. And they have to move up right now, slowly clear all the bushes so they can start the cap. That's their plan right now, to cap with the 416. But for that, they have to slowly move up and clear Levante out of his bush.
Well, they are working on it. They have 689 damage on him, and he has to bolt. So exactly what you said happened, and they succeeded in it. In fact, they got the better exchange, I would say. Levanka took a lot of damage compared to Dory.
It's right now up for NSS to take map control, because YaTo Gaming will soon start capping. They'll take the full map, and then it's up for NSS to take map control, take the south, or get the spots on the cap without losing all their tanks.
What do you think of that bad chat in K7?
It's a really good position, because up there you're hiding behind a rock, and to attack the bad chat you have to cross through the open. You can see the TVP on H5. He can just clip him when they're crossing together with the bad chat, and they can just kill a tank before he even gets to the bad chat. And then in the meantime, you know, the TVP is already reloaded to do another clip.
So the plan is to put some cap pressure onto number 1, make them come out across the open, and then use the TVP and bad chat. Does the render range get that far for the bad chat? I thought it'd be way too far to see what's going on.
The bad chat in the south cannot really shoot them unless they move down all the way. And it's up right now for YaTo to start the cap before it's too late. We got 7 minutes left on the timer, and you can see Fire is moving into the cap right now, putting the pressure on NSS to make a move.
Well, Hate is going for some pot shots against Shotnik, but I think Shotnik is winning this exchange. As Hate's already taken a few shots. Fire gets tracked, uses his repair kit, and gets out. That's risky there by YaTo Gaming. And, lucky man! What maneuvering that is. But Fire's already lost his repair kit. He doesn't want to get tracked again, and there's another shot on the front. He needs to get out of there.
You can see what NSS did. They moved
misses
Levante into the bush, unspotted, because no one is spotting him, and he just spotted the capper. They did some damage for free, and right now YaTo has to realize that they have to move up, they have to proxy the track, and they have to make sure that NSS cannot do the same.
Yep.
So right now NSS just playing passive. They don't have to do anything. It's up for YaTo right now to move. They've lost their 416, almost 416 is at 500 HP. If he gets spotted again, he'll most likely be taken down, and then they would have to cap with a tier 10 tank.
That's an amazing question. Can they get banned for team damage while doing the push up the hill if it goes wrong?
They can actually not. You also saw teams before in the season, you know, like if you team damage your artillery and it gets under 10% HP, it reloads 10% quicker. And it's really interesting. Some teams used it. It can be to an advantage, but in my opinion, it's not worth the risk, you know, because sometimes if you roll too high, you'll kill him. Yeah, it's really risky play.
All right. Well, okay. Who's the second guy commentating? He sounds Dutch.
Well, I am Dutch. I'm the dead zone from Penta Sports.
There we are. I'm going to have a quick look at the main stream to give you guys an update of what's going on over there. It looks like it's 2-0 so far against Gold Base, Bass. They haven't got a single point so far, but it's only in the third battle, and they're currently on Steps as well. So regardless of what stream you watch, you're watching Steps.
one of, for my opinion, the most boring maps. It's all about, you know, starting the cap pressure and then just a forwards-backwards game of spotting the cap, moving backwards. 5 minutes left. YaTo soon have to make a move, so you can see Phone 6 is capping again. And it's now NSS. What are they going to do? Are they going to rotate south, or are they going to put the Badget again in the bush to spot?
Well, it's all about YaTo. How can they do the offensive? NSS have to wait for them to do the attack. So with the full 10 minutes, only 5.5 have passed. They had to use that time to maximize their chance of getting a successful attack. But Fire is in a very interesting location.
He's making sure that when he gets spotted, he can run straight to the building, also in an unusual position, because you can see that NSS is doing all the blind shots, you know, in the south ring, in the east, but they're not blind shooting his position. It's the position that gets blind shotted the least, because you don't expect them to go there.
Yeah, right. It just seems actually like it's puzzled them a little bit. Here comes the Badger. Is he going to be able to see him? No, he gets spotted himself. Hate doesn't go for the shot, but Rain doesn't connect. Beowulf gets penetrated though. Hate gets... Where's Hay to get on the top there?
On the side.
He got hit. Penetration through that turret is actually really hard, but he gets hit again. Bit of overplay there by Hay. You don't want to be... Wait, is he tracked?
He's permanently tracked. If they pen him again, he got out. Whoa. If they would have tracked him again there, he would have just died, because they just kept tracking him. And now 3.5 minutes left. 4-1-6 is still capping. Levante's making a spotting run. 4-1-6, is he spotted? No, he's not spotted. Levante made a spotting run.
Wait. Oh, Hate, you missed that shot. That could have been mission critical. He would have been dead right now. You would have been fine. You lost that.
How is Levante still alive?
Get him, Lujan! Oh, he gets him, but look at all that damage against Lujan. Hey, if you didn't miss that shot, that wouldn't have happened. Those little mistakes there is what makes the difference between a victory and a defeat. That could be the end. Keep watching it. YaTo is still doing fine, though. This is one of those situations where I'm surprised YaTo are doing this well. This is really good.
YaTo could have actually had this game straight under control. They had 2 TVP sniping, so if they hit their shots on the Badget would have died for nothing and wouldn't even spot the 4-1-6. And then YaTo could have most likely won the game. Right now, we got 3 minutes left. They're going to start the cap with a Badget right now. And NSS is just going to throw tank after tank after tank to spot and try to run down the time and then try to draw the game. So they win because the time runs out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how NSS should try and win this. The HP advantage is not good enough to do a head-on, especially with one of their tanks at a one-shot. So, I mean, Hates, yeah, Legion, really low, all because of the mistake there. But Beowulf exchanges again, loses another 400 HP. That narrows that gap again. But the TVP TN10 is caught out. Lack is also hit. Where is he? Behind there. In the open? No, crossing the open at B3. Is that worth it? Is that position really valuable, worth taking 2 hits for?
It's really worth it if you get in the bush on top there. You're safe then, you're not spotted. You can spot the enemy for free, but we can see right now NSS is taking the south control and they're surrounding YaTo. Even if YaTo killed the tanks in the north, they would have to apply so much cap pressure in order to win this game.
They're trying to go into Rain, but he has reinforcements coming. The Badget is almost there. Shadow ZS has revealed himself, so he knows he's there, but Lack is around the corner. Can he get Beowulf before he gets reloaded? And oh no! But he does the damage, wastes a shot. That's not good communication between the team as they waste a shot off the Badger, which is not good. Doesn't matter. Shadow takes him out before he finishes anyway. However, NSS is on the run a little bit, but they do not have that much of a disadvantage. So don't get cocky because you might mess it up, YaTo. However, that's not so bad. Nuki's on the run as well. He knows that his position is compromised. Lujan is under fire by Shotnik. Will Shotnik be able to finish him off? No, he's under fire as well, and he's getting out of there. Right now, Evil Granny really low HP, and only STB from Shotnik has got a lot of HP, but that doesn't matter if 3 tanks jump on you. Oh, that would have been a big game changer. It didn't happen. Can Hate get the return shot?
It's all about right now, if they kill Evil Granny, Evil Granny is the only one that
Hate's
can
gonna get the shot. Hate's gonna get the shot. No, TNT, and where did that come from?
They now have to get into the cap with 3 tanks in order to win this game. They have 40 seconds left. If they get into the cap with 3 tanks and block Shotnik, they will win the game. It's going to be down to the last couple of seconds. Nuki!
But what a shot from Nuki, getting Lujan out of the game and a little bit more damage as well on his teammates. As then Shotnik, with all that HP, is going to go take on the entire of YaTo Gaming. They've got to understand they've got about 10 seconds before that artillery fires again, and we've got to watch for that shot coming in. As Rain, if he goes towards Shotnik, could actually die. Yes, he goes down. It's now TNT and Hate versus Shotnik. That reload of the artillery could take out TNT, and if that happens, it could be game over. No, TNT misses his shots. He's got to move away now and get to safety before that artillery gets him. But no, he wants that cap. He's tasting it. But the artillery's going to be aiming now. He's going to have that reset attempt any second now. Wait, what? No!
Time run out.
Time run out. I was too focused on the cap. I didn't see it.
Nuki just saved
my
them right
God.
there. With Nuki killing that third guy that was capping, they could not cap it anymore.
No.
If Nuki would not have hit that shot, they would have won that.
There were so many little moments in that battle where it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
With the bad check going across the open ground, if they didn't hit that, it was hate. If he hit that shot, it would have been them. They would have won that game too. And then the reverse, where the TVP came up and missed a shot on hate, or not hate, whoever's in the cap circle.
Yeah.
That could have turned the game back to NSS. It was...
Yeah, it kept going around. Mistakes on both sides, but it was a really close game. We did not even expect that it got this close, but
No.
like it's looking good right now for
That's
YaTo.
the sort of game we wanted to see. That's it. Yeah, I don't care. Like, the statistics say, like, okay, this team should beat this team, this should beat that team. I like close games. Close games where it's actually exciting, where one team can take it, the other team can take it. That's what we're here for. That's the first game I felt great for since early on today. We've had a lot of games that are just one-sided, and a game like that is desperately needed more often. Woo!
Yeah, it's luckily it's not a stomp at least. We're hoping
No.
you know to go maybe to 9 rounds.
I thought they were
even.
going to get it. I got so excited. It's like, NSS are going to drop a game, their first game. It's like, and it's a good drop as well, a defense.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you said attack does have the
Yeah,
advantage.
attack
though.
has the advantage because
But-
you know the tanks
Yeah,
are
yeah,
slower.
yeah.
Map
But
control.
still.
Yeah, still, it's really it's interesting. It says something about the rest of the game. How it's gonna look right now.
Restore my faith in humanity. I thought something fell on me. It was just my cable from the headset. I was like, what's going on? See, there you go. The guys who stayed put and been watching and knew that this sort of game would turn up, you've been rewarded. That was a hell of a game. Now, what will NSS do on the offensive, though?
That's the question right now. They could use an artillery, you know, it's depending. Is YaTo gonna defend heavy like NSS? And if the attacker has an artillery piece, then they could do so much damage. Like if YaTo would have rolled an artillery, it would have shot down those FVs to really low HP because they cannot run.
Yeah.
They're just spotted all the time and they're being taken down. That's the question right now. Are they gonna use artillery? And is the defender gonna play really heavy?
Yeah.
And if that works out, then NSS can just take them down really low, and then at the end they can just rush over them because they got the advantage.
Yeah, and that's basically what YaTo did. It took them a long time to get there,
Yeah.
but they did it, and they almost did it. But Nuki did really good, and I actually want to see the stats on that because Nuki must have done quite a bit of damage, but he did critical damage, you know, the right stuff at the right time.
Yeah, at the right timing, decaps, hitting shots,
Yeah.
just when you need it.
And if you do play artillery out there, which I don't recommend you admit in the comments, but if you do play artillery out there, remember what he did. When his position was compromised, he didn't sit there complaining that his team didn't defend him. He ran. He got to a new position, and if he had died in that ambush where NSS is front line collapsed, if he died then, he wouldn't have been able to reset, and it would have been a victory for YaTo. So remember, if you see the enemies coming towards you, do the best you can, but if you can get out, get out. Your artillery.
Run, Force, run.
Run, Forrest, run. Or run, Nuki, run.
Yeah.
Still, wow.
So
Which caster has the headset on backwards? Because our things on the right and the left. I'll give you some broadcasting tips for everyone out there. I look to him, and my mic is now away from me. He looks at me, his mic is away from him. So you get to see our lovely size and not just this big black
the
bar.
mic.
So that is why mine is on the right and his is on the left. And in fact, they do this.
and now Jordan can talk
And
anymore.
reverse.
Yeah.
And I can't talk anymore because they're omnidirection, single direction. Here's the stats. Let's have a look and see exactly what Nuki did. 2,273 and got the kill, obviously, at the end there. Still, every point of that was critical. Shotnik did a really good job as well. Lack, he got a bit ambushed. He wasn't able to get his full clip off, the second clip, and only did 1,575. That was a bit disappointing. He should have got more. Fire. Hugely disappointing. He missed some critical shots at critical times.
Great position, and he just did not use it correctly.
No.
And it's also surprising that artillery is the second in damage out of all 7 players. You have a
Yep.
tier 8 artillery, you know, second damage. How is that even possible? The
Yeah.
other players, like NSS, should have actually lost that because the other players did not do their damage
Yeah.
at the right timings.
Exactly. I have no idea how he missed all the shots. He must be nervous, and his teammates wouldn't have noticed that he made that mistake, I don't think. Although they maybe, because the captain probably would have checked the stats, like, only 300 damage, dude? What happened there? I was under a lot of pressure. They pinned me down. I whiffed all my shots because I was scared, and the mouse slipped because my hands were sweating. Because that really does happen. Anyway, we are in battle number 2 in YaTo versus NSS. the fight for who is #1 seed in this group. What was that?
That was a Centurion AX. That's the tier 10 British medium. That's like the first time ever that we're seeing this tank in a game. And that in combination with an IS-7 and an FE4005.
Wow. Okay, so tell me through this tank. I don't know this tank. Tell me about the Centurion AX. What is it about?
It's never been used before. It's like they are gonna use it in a position on K6. They want to use it efficiently there. Maybe it's really good, you know, when they cross to him, it has enough DPM and a hold down turret and just a gun arc down that they can play the position correctly. And we can see that NSS is taking it slow because, you know, they have a heavy lineup. Maybe YaTo Gaming was gonna push up to counter that. But now, right now, the plan of NSS is to just slowly take map control and take their positions, and the FV405, if you manage to use it correctly, it's really efficient because, you know, those hold down tanks on A6, they're just going to get shot maybe for 600 damage, but every shot eventually is going to, you know, add up.
Only 600 damage. I dream for the day I do 600 damage only. But still, it's just interesting, and it's NSS doing it, so that is, I mean, IS-7 as well is quite rare to see as well these days. I mean, you don't see it as often as you do in Clan Wars, for example. And they're approaching Dory, who's the tripwire, as I like to call them, like a player who sits there in ambush, will see something and either attack, an ambush, or run. And tripwire is totally a running position. So Dory will spot this and leg it and try and get out as fast as possible. So that's what we expect to see from the bat chat there.
And they're using this IS-7. They maybe want to, you know, put him behind the track on A4 because the tank is then hold down. It's really hard to penetrate this IS-7 turret.
Yes.
And here we can see Levante doing blind shots, and we can see YaTo Game is actually moving up. They want to challenge NSS right now with this lineup.
Ooh, that's an interesting position. Do you think they can do a head-on battle with this NSS lineup?
If they get close enough and then they just wait, they don't have to make a move. They can use their artillery. They can use Tian on his Lorraine RT, so he can, you know, get some advantage. If he manages to hit that FV405 or the Centurion, it can be penned easily, and he can make it even for 1200.
All right. Well, Fire is now getting that, and there we go. There's the IS-7 at its best. But he gets the penetration. Beowulf was there for too long. What's Dory doing? Whoa. Regretting that decision immediately. And going up, no. Over the top, no. But Hate and Fire are both pouring down damage against Beowulf, which is quite nice. Forcing the 113 there to come up and support him, make them back off. They're going to spot him now by proxy. But Hate is doing the right thing, backing off. And is that Rain trying to get around the back to try to get some more shots? But what a shot by Hate. He's really making amends for the last battle. It was great, and Fire. That was some fantastic play by Hate and Fire, but now they know they're outnumbered. There's nowhere to go. It's going to be a rush from the corner. Here it goes. Any second now, we have NSS going full bore against YaTo as Destiny and Shadow are trying to push out Fire and Hate. It sounds like I'm reading a poem right now as the damage is going on both sides quite evenly, but YaTo's slightly getting behind in HP. Kind of expected, but Fire taking far too much damage, down to 15 HP. Shotnik wants this. He smells the blood of Hate and Fire. There goes one. He doesn't go for the other because he realizes that he will get damaged. What did YaTo do wrong there? It looks like they were doing okay, and NSS has just ripped them apart. Very little exchange.
NSS saw, you know, they got 2 tanks out of guard, and they used the FV to block off D5 because the FV is on the side of D5. D5 cannot move up. They used the 2 TVPs to block the tanks to peek on the track, so they could just use 3 tanks, take down those 2 tanks for free, and if YaTo would peek in counter, they would lose 2 tanks also. So they were blocking them off, and YaTo stayed too long. They had to move back. They had no cover, they had no crossfire, and they just got taken out by NSS in a really out-position game.
It looked like for a very short period of time that YaTo had the advantage, and execution by NSS. What a play! Now, I want to say, like, Fire and Hate looked like they were doing a lot of damage. They were poking out. They looked like they were doing really well. But I guess critically they were just in the wrong place, or at least their teammates were in the wrong place. What could they have done to fix that?
They moved, they did a great move, but they had to make sure that this I-7, the I-7, all he did, he just drove behind the rock. He had nothing to worry about. The only reason that it would have been dangerous if they would have jumped also on the other side, on his back, maybe crossed to the rocks.
Which Dory tried, but they got punished for it. But
yeah, and he moved back instantly because he was afraid for the FV to get one-shotted maybe, you know, and they just got out-positioned there. They should have maybe moved back the tanks, tried to flank more, try to make more aggressive.
But could Fire and Hate even get out at that point?
They could have gotten out. There was a certain time window. They waited too long, and the FV got on their side. And if they would have moved back, the FV would have just shot them in the side.
Because it looked like they were backing off at one point, but then they got a few lucky hits in, or not lucky hits in. They managed to get a few hits in and decided to stay. And at that point, they'd committed, and then the E3 tried to come over, but it got killed in the open. You know, it wasn't as one-sided as it looked. Like it was going well for YaTo, but they made one mistake, or they made the wrong reaction choice to what they saw, and it collapsed. But it wasn't completely one-sided. I'm actually impressed with YaTo. I think they're playing much better than anyone expected.
Yeah, we would have expected them maybe to drop even 0-2 in the group, you know, lose to EL, lose to NSS right now, but they've won. It's unbelievable. They're doing it. Maybe they can make something out of this game right now.
We'll see that happen. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to keep watching. Let's see the stats from the last game, though, to see exactly what Fire and Hate did, because I got a feeling they did quite a lot, although they're not in the top screen, which means maybe I'm completely wrong.
We can see that NSS, you know, they used their IS-7, 113 and Centurion correctly. You know, they got close, they used the armor, the DPM, and just YaTo allowed them to do that. YaTo should have maybe moved more aggressive flanked, and you can see,
wait,
wow,
what? Really? That's all
damage.
they did?
Like zero damage.
We must have literally been seeing every shot they penetrated.
And for the rest, nothing, no.
Wow.
Look at the shots fired, 20 from Hate with 700 damage. A lot of blind shots, of course, but still, you know, you're in a good position. You should be able to do more, and we can see Luck doing 0 in the back.
So the same problem, we said that he looked like he was making up for it, because every shot we saw was amazing. We're like, oh yeah, they're doing it, they're doing it. In reality, we only saw their best bit. It's like when you're at work, and you're working all day long, you take a break, and your boss walks by. You're like, oh, god damn it. Then you work really hard again, thinking like, he's going to think I'm just lazy. And then you work for another 2 hours, you have another 10-second break, and he walks by again. You're like, and then he thinks you've done nothing all day. You sat there all day doing nothing, but he's seen you twice, and both those times, the only times you took a little break. I had a funny time at work, walking past the kitchen, and the guy was there eating, right? And it was first thing in the morning. I was like, oh, you having your breakfast? Cool. And went away. 2 hours later, walked past, and he's having an apple. And he sat at the exact same seat, and I'm like, okay. And I walk away. And the third time I come in, he's eating his lunch, and I'm like, you know what? Have you even moved? Have you done anything today? Or just sit there? He's like, honest to God, I've only been in here every time for like a minute or two, and it just happened all day long. And by the time I went in there for the evening, he was in there again. I was like, 4 times. 4 times? Really? Are you sure you were only just in here 4 times? I was joking, but deep down I was like, was he? Was he really in the kitchen all day long, or was he only there for 5 minutes each time? I will never know. Right, we're going into Runeberg for the next map. It's currently 2-0 to NSS, but it's been pretty good battles, every single one on step. So let's see what YaTo can do here on Runeberg.
Yeah, Runeberg, an interesting map on attack, NSS. FV405 again. It seems like they're gonna push the North cap. They're using an OHO, famous from Penta, of course. They're looking maybe to shield someone in the cap right now. And we can see the reaction from YaTo, putting already 3 tanks in the North, 2 bad jets and a 50B. Taking it south with only 3 tanks, actually 4 tanks in the North. They're really prepared for this. If NSS decides to, you know, keep going for this.
Shadow's been hit quite badly, but they're not going to get any more shots in him, I think. I think he's now safe.
Yeah, Rain right now is in a really good position. If he manages to hold this crossfire position, they cannot do anything. He can decap them from the side. It's now up to an NSS. How are they going to react to this? They know that if they go north right now, they'll be outplayed, you know? They'll be just shot down from every angle. You can see that they're just taking damage right now, and the question is, what are they going to do? They're indecisive right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, seeing the OHO there, they're like, I know exactly what you're going to do. And they blocked it with Rain. It was a huge risk. He went down a half HP, but he made it. And now, what is NSS to do? That was their whole plan. Okay, they've only lost. They only have a tier 8 that's kind of not fitting their plan, so they can still do many other things. But it looks like they're actually sending the OHO down, and they're going to try something else. But correctly, YaTo are also sending the RU to the south to see what is going on.
We can see NSS right now, they have not decided yet. They could maybe, you know, try a fake, try to just send the OHO in and send the rest of the tanks out. Slowly but surely, YaTo Gaming is taking map control, taking all the way to south. They have all their tanks right now in the north with a 140 in the middle. They're seeing everything coming from like long in front. If NSS wants to try anything, they'll be spotted and they'll be like outplayed, outmaneuvered right now. And we can see Shadows taking more damage right now, actually going to be taken down by Rain right now.
Oh,
wow.
Hate and Rain pour the fire. Like, seriously, these puns are just raining the fire, pouring the fire. Like, I couldn't make up my mind of which pun to use. But Desna's also whacked pretty hard. YaTo are defending this with stout. They are not giving up an inch. Really good play.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage to Designite. They killed Shadows. Finally, NSS is rotating, but they're spotted rotating. So YaTo just replies. They move also. All luck getting catched out.
Oh, that's an equalizer they really needed. NSS really need to take out Lack or somebody. They found Lack. He's gone. Fire's on the run. So it looks like it just takes a 1 second, a momentarily lapse of concentration to really throw away whatever lead you had. And there it was. It goes down. The HP advantage is gone. But it's now back to what I consider a reset position. Everyone is even again. We've got to see how they play with this. News from the other stream, Hellraisers won 5-0 against Gold Bass, which means Gold Bass are out and they are going home. They're the next team to fall victim to the elimination of the group phase, which I believe also mean Hellraisers are safe and going as the second seed because Na'Vi is in their group and they're already going through. So it's Na'Vi first seed for their group, Hellraisers second seed, and Gold Bass are going home. Unfortunately for the Asian region, they've now lost 2 of their 3 teams. YaTo will definitely be going through, and I think it's the last Asian team here.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, what we saw, you know, with Luck dying, that's just the power of the TVP. You know, 2 guys, 2 seconds between shots, click, 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 and gone. And they just reload, and 20 seconds later, they do exactly the same again.
They remind me of the meta of the T69s when they first came out.
Yeah, it's same as T69s, just clip and do it again. Only right now, YaTo, you can see, they've not spotted the rotation. NSS is trying, you know, again to touch the north. We've got 6 minutes left. They all got spotted in the south. Maybe trying to force some rotations from YaTo. They're clearing out the north, and maybe they're looking to, you know, to cross in the north and put on some pressure there.
That was an interesting maneuver what they just did there. They fired out a TVP into the bushes trying to catch someone off guard or whatever, and then they replaced him with another TVP, so if anyone came out like, ha ha ha, he's fired his 4 shots, would then get punished immediately. It didn't work, but it's a little maneuver like that, like a little bit of insurance. Like, huh, yeah, maybe, but no.
On the other side of the map, we can see Nuki going down to 359 HP. He didn't really do anything, he just got spotted. He moved back, he got like shot by the RU, FV, and 140.
But some serious damage here on Hate. It's the reloader and the gunner dead.
Ouch, that really hurts. If he has no medkit right now,
he doesn't.
Double the reload, really bad accuracy.
But this is Hate, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Burn! Burn! Okay.
Why are you hating so hard?
I'm hating on Hate, right? It's just something about the name that just makes me, ouch.
If Levanta right now, if Dory gets spotted and Levanta shoots and pens him, he could hit him for... I told you 1600 hits!
You didn't finish your sentence. You didn't finish it. Oh, maybe if he pins that, he goes, oh my god, yeah.
That's just the power of the FE405. It can do that against any tank, even if you have an I7 right there. With some luck, he's going to pen it and he's going to just kill them with a 1-shot. Unbelievable. So NSS, you know, taking the north, taking their first plan. Rain is going to get catched out here. He's going to get killed right now.
Fire, Rain, fire! You know you've been spotted. Do some damage. No, you're dead.
Evo Granny going to take the corner, maybe die for it. It's still a good exchange, you know.
Lu Jun gets some good damage on him. Damn it, no! So YaTo are not able to just hit the ground in front of him. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to win this one. It was really close again.
8 going down, blowing up, actually.
Done some good damage, but they've not really been able to just seal it. They got something wrong, and they're doing well. They get an advantage, but NSS got that veterancy, the experience, or the skill to be able to like adapt. And that seems to be their advantage here. The YaTo and NSS are reasonably even on the opening, which is impressive. But NSS can adapt so well. It's like they're learning and absorbing, and during the battle somehow be able to totally counter whatever's in front of them. It's really impressive.
Yeah, YaTo is starting off good every time so far, and then NSS just slowly takes it back. I don't know how they do it, but YaTo just gets catched out, and NSS 3-0.
It looks worse than it is. You're going to see this. It's going to be 5-0, right? And everyone's going to be like, whatever. But they did really well.
Yeah, it was really close again.
I like that. Oh, we're getting good games.
Yeah, we're getting good games.
We saw the lineup. It's like NSS, really famous team at the moment. Like everyone's like, they're gonna go right to the finals, we reckon. And it's like YaTo, we didn't even expect them to get through. They're gonna go out the first day. So we looked at the lineup. This is gonna be a good game. But then EL does what they did, and we get a really good game. NSS are actually struggling a little bit.
who was expecting that, you know? YaTo Gaming taking on NSS, the big dogs. NSS that almost took the Russian finals. An Asian team, you know, nobody expects it, and it's happening, the underdog.
It's happening. We say it's happening, it's still 3-0 to NSS, but every game is to the wire, and at any one point it could have gone one way or the other, and it's just that experience of NSS. If it was with any other team, even Wombats maybe, it might have gone a different way. The way NSS is like, they're withdrawing without fully withdrawing, going like, okay, what to do? Let's try that. And then they do it and they've adapted. It's like the Borg. They're like assimilating the strategy and then coming back invincible to the original strategy. Every map is exactly like that. They fight off, they stand off, then NSS somehow upgrade and then come in and somehow deal with it. Let's have a look at the stats to see how close it really was. The FB205, Laventa, click, boom, GG. The TVPs. These machines are gorgeous. I need to get one.
Just taking down the 140 in the middle, you can see that back in the damage, and then pushing in the north, taking down another FV. They shared their damage, they work together, you know, in a wolf pack, putting out the damage in no time, taking down tanks everywhere. If you don't pay attention for a moment, bam, you're gone.
Oh, Hate got 1,000 damage, not so bad. Lack got wrecked. Dory not so good this time. One of the their most solid players, actually. Dory's been doing really well, but performing, well, caught out in this game, utterly wrecked.
Oh, the FE405 shot him once, and he was gone.
Yeah, he appeared like,
yeah.
Not that so worked. Click. Oh, it's not so fair. It's that feeling, isn't it, when you're playing? You're like, I remember this one time, right? You guys can relate to this. I was doing really badly. 5 games, lost. I went, you know what? I'm going to go with my IS-3. I'm really good with an IS-3. I've got a really high win rate with my IS-3. I love my IS-3. I drive up to the first battle, and I'm telling everyone, I'm going to wreck face. I'm going to destroy everybody. Opening shot, ammo racks, and explodes, and I die. And I'm like, I'm the first one to die. I get ammo racked on the opening shot against me through the front plate, and I'm just like, that doesn't happen. That does a 1 in a million chance. I was like, that's it. I'm quit. Hold F4. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done for the day. It's like, I can't believe it. And that's how he must have felt. He just drove out. It's like, I'm going to rescue everybody. And then he just dies. And just like, why is my control stop working?
I'm done, you know, done.
Just stood up and walked off. Like, see you guys. See you later. Actually, they would be able to do that, but they're not allowed to take the headphones off, are they?
Yeah.
You can actually get disqualified if you do that, if you throw it in your headsets.
Yeah. So you have to wait till the end of the game. If the admin asks you, of course, you can take it off, but for the rest, they have to keep them on, otherwise, you know, they can hear the others.
Yeah. All right, here we go into battle number 4, still map number 2, because every battle has been down to the wire. Let's have a look at those lineups.
We can see just British TDs on both teams, FE405 and the 183. We can see a T49 from NSS, so if YaTo would go north, the T49 could pull off a shot and do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And Hate spotting in the middle, trying to get some information on the positions of NSS. NSS, you know, playing passive in a small town. YaTo also slowing down the game, checking where's NSS playing, and they're going to react on that. We can see 2 Batchets waiting on J5, maybe to take zero line control. And overall, just a standard opening.
Yep, standard opening. We're going to see what happens and how YaTo adjusts. Now, this is the strength of NSS. Who actually has already been drawn their blood. 2 shots have connected. Oh, what was that?
Shot. That was a blind shot that actually bounced on his upper plate from Evil Granny.
Wow, that was a great new effect. Anyway, so the only penetration so far against Bullwolf and Desnix. But let's see how YaTo can adapt to NSS's strategies. Now, this is what we've been saying. NSS's strategy and strength is that they see something happening and they're adjusting it better. So the longer the game plays out, the stronger NSS seems to become. Let's see if YaTo on the offensive here can actually pull off a win, seal that victory, because so far they deserve some sort of score and not be 5-0, because they've done impressively.
So we can see the 140 on the zero line actually spotting the rotation from YaTo right there with the 140. The question is, are they going to try challenging the zero line? There's 3 FVs and a FV183 covering it. So would they try, you know, to cross to the zero line? They would get shot in the side.
This is, you know, this is the really interesting thing about this maneuver. You have to go with the knowledge that someone will die. Yeah. And if you don't accept that someone will die, if you can't accept like, okay, I'm going to block it and I'm going to be the one who dies, you guys will survive, then you lose way more. So like we saw in the previous one where, I don't know if it was accidental, but the T49 dies, and he seemed to deliberately die on the apex. Like, make sure he's in the highest point in the side position. It doesn't seem like he was trying to avoid dying. And his teammates hid behind it, and it was perfect. No one else took any damage. if they didn't do that and everyone just tried to run around, everyone dies or takes a lot of damage. So it's like so much teamwork to trust. Like, okay, guys, we're doing this maneuver. I'm the one who dies. I'm on the furthest left. Hide behind me. You have to have selflessness.
Yeah.
Because the stats don't look good when you do that.
YaTo right now, they're being punished for playing passive in the beginning. They don't have any tank, you know, to take the zero line. If they would have maybe had a CDC, which had a T49 where they could hide behind, but they don't. So they cannot take zero line without taking a lot of damage. We can see them going north right now. Badget being spotted. T49 maybe gonna hit him. Hate getting hit by Shadows. He's stuck right now. If he moves right here, the 183 can shoot him in the ass.
I don't want to hate on Hate, but he kind of got demoted to the tier 8. I mean, I don't want to say that the tier 8 is like less, but Hate seems to be having a hard time.
Lucky, he pens this shot right now on the Rain. Then he can do a 1.2k hit. He shot HE, so he did 400 damage. Rain being double tracked on the crossing, so he'll be taken down by the FVs. Dorios on the crossing minus 400 HP. They're gonna make the crossing, but it's gonna be really expensive.
Really expensive. We see here that Dory could easily be taken out here. The T49's actually on the reload almost. He gets to the position, but loses so much. Lack gets tracked. It's gonna be bad for him. Double tracked. He's at 50% HP. He's not gonna get the repair off. He goes for a shot. Can he get into cover?
No, the Rain's gonna be shot by
the Rain. They're going for the Lorraine. But now look at how expensive this was. Is it worth it?
Look at the HP, 5k disadvantage, and only what they did, they crossed. They didn't even damage that much. They're right now. They're gonna take out Levanta. But look, even Tyon is crossing. I don't know why he's crossing with an FV, knowing that the entire enemy team is sniping.
And they're already looked in this direction. They're already looking in this direction. Now they have the FV dead. It's going to be 1 by 1. That was a disaster for YaTo. Not really well executed. Can you explain what that maneuver was? What were they trying to do?
If they managed to get, you know, the top position without taking this much damage, it would have been great. You know, it's a great tactical position, but you have to make sure that the enemy cannot shoot you like this, that you spot you like this. And NSS was set up for this. You know, they had 3 FV sniping, they had a 50B there, they had a T49, they spotted it early, and they just did all the damage from the crossing. And Levanta even survived. You know, Levanta was sitting in the full open, he even survived it. Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like a really risky maneuver for very little game.
Fire is maybe gonna one-shot this FV right here if he hits the shot.
Oh, that sound is just incredible.
The sound of heat. And yeah, Lejun being taken down right now. They're hunting down the last tanks from YaTo Gaming, and it's looking like it's gonna be a 4-0.
It is. Still an impressive 4-0. I don't care what the results say. It's been nice to see them play like this. It's been really good. Ironically, Hate is the last guy alive. The survivor.
He's gonna actually take down a tank, take down
Nice.
He's gonna maybe even take down Nuki like this.
I doubt it. Nuki's gonna...
Shadows taking
As
him down.
we're talking, boom, goes the dynamite. There we are. NSS takes the 4th game, which means they're on match point, but we're going to switch maps. So one more win for NSS. They will take it, but it's been 2 points that could have really gone to YaTo. The other 2 not so close, but I would say 2 points have been really close and could have gone either way, which is probably the best showing we've seen so far from the Asian region.
Yeah, it's right now. The question is, what is the next map? What are they gonna, you know, do on the next map? They're still not out of this, you know.
Cliff.
It's Cliff?
No, I don't know.
No,
I'm just
you're just saying something.
Just
maybe it's Mines.
I think it's Cliff. I don't know why I think
You're
it's
betting Cliff?
I'm betting Cliff. You go Mines then.
Yeah, I'm betting Mines.
All right. Let's see.
Like they need an open map to come back. Like Asian teams are stronger on the open maps, where they can just play really aggressive. And if they play the slower game like they did now, they'll just slowly, you know, get taken apart 1 by 1, and their tanks die, and then they make a ridiculous move. And yeah, we saw what happened.
We saw what happened. NSS are performing very well, but YaTo are performing above expectations, and that's the important thing to note here. This is rank 4 global seeding against, well, I think they were bottom
like
seed.
that.
Yeah, so it was 12th rank. So of the top 12 teams, we're looking at the bottom versus one of the top, and they're holding their own, which is fair. Ignore the score. Let's look at the stats. AMX50B did some good damage this time. The FV wait, no, that's wrong. Fire was not an FV. He was in a 1390, but whoever was driving the FV did 3,101.
We can see also that both British CDs are quite high up in the scoreboard in damage.
Yeah.
Even they only did 3 and 4 shots, you know, every shot just hits that good.
Yeah. And on the other side of the coin, Hate played 2 tanks. He's that good. He was playing on 2 tanks at once. Nuki Doing 399 is a very weird amount for a T49. What was he shooting?
Well, he did his one shot when they were coming, but he was much more value out of his tank because he spotted them crossing. Most likely he has a lot of spotting damage there because on the crossing they maybe took 4 or 5k damage even.
Yeah.
And Nuki won them the round with that spot. So whole NSS just sniping, you know, duck hunt, just...
And he saved his teammates by being a really good armor shield.
Yeah.
Always worth it. If you're gonna die, you know you're gonna die. Instead of trying to survive, put yourself in a position where your teammates can survive. That's next level teamwork, guys. So many people are there like, I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna try and survive. Next map is Ghost Town.
Okay, well, we both lost.
But Ghost Town is like kind of like Cliff.
You can play really aggressive. You can play really aggressive on Ghost Town.
I expected that. But so far I've not seen many Asian teams play well in Ghost Town. We saw the Korean team, Gold Bass, play incredibly poorly. And it's not like they played poorly overall, just that one map they played awfully. They didn't have a good tactic. So explain how Ghost Town should be played.
Ghost Town, symmetrical map, you have to stay together as a group. If you don't have the info and you get caught out, your tank will die. There's a lot of corners that you have to check. You have to check everything. There could be a Waffenträger around the corner. It could be FVs playing hold down. And we can see here, the attacking team is playing with an IS-7. Most likely they're going to go towards the north cap, you know, to start cap with it. Yep. Taking 2 bad jets and a 90 to ensure map control.
Let's see if that's the case. To see the deployment, we have the Conqueror heading north and a Conqueror heading south. What do you think of the Conqueror pickups?
Conquerors are like almost like an FV, you know, it's like great DPM.
Yeah.
It's just a bit weaker, and it's like it's worth your 2 tier 9s. If you do not need the scout or you don't need the artillery, it's better, you know, to just take those 2 tier 9s. You can see Nuki going straight up. He's gonna make sure that he sees them coming if they start the cap.
But they did cross twice already. TNT and F-Fire both got across without being spotted by Nuki, so they were really quick there.
Yeah, NSS is having a bad read right now. They're going all south. They're focusing on the south with like most of their tanks. They got 2 tanks ready in the north. If YaTo Gaming would right now push and would realize this, they could easily cap the base.
And Nuki gets a little bit damage against him, and he does, I think, high explosive damage against the Rain and the IS-7. So Nuki takes a little bit of damage, but it's okay. He's a tier 9 after all, and he did bounce a lot of those shots, I think, which is interesting. Do they really have enough armor on that turret?
It's actually surprising. You can see his gun is damaged, so he got hit in a gun a couple times. Normally, why he loaded HEs, of course, you know, to destroy the building, so it's easier to decap. It's going to be NSS that's pushing around right now. The bad jet from YaTo Gaming has to spot this rotation and react on it really quick.
Well, we'll see what Dory does as he runs into Beowulf. Didn't expect that. Dory's like, wait, what? Was that Beowulf?
TVP behind Dory right now. If TVP managed to clip Dory, Dory has to use his building efficiently.
Oh,
Shadow
nice.
-2 shots, -3.
And now Dory knows it.
Dory
misses
can
3
shots. If
shots.
Dory pushes right now, Dory can kill him. He has the shots for it still. He's
but
deciding not to. He's
going,
afraid
well,
of it.
No, he isn't. He's actually going around the wide. He's playing it a little bit safe, but that was a great exchange, dodging 3 shots against Shadow, so really good.
Yeah, we can see YaTo still with the cap pressure. The Rain is moving back because NSS took control over the south side, so the Rain could be shot in his side turret. He played it smart, he saw that, he realized that, he moved back. They cannot decap fire right now. The only way to decap fire is for Nuki to peek, and there it comes from the side.
There it is. Oh, what a protection shot there. Rain went and took that shot for Fire. Fire didn't take the damage. That was really nice teamwork. YaTo are doing some incredibly wise things.
YaTo is actually giving away the map control, so NSS is shooting from the side. YaTo right now have to move in and take down NSS on their weakest point. Capping is not possible anymore. And we can see like Levante going really low right now. He's being shot by 50p.
No, Dory was utterly annihilated from near max HP, dead. So they managed to do the ambush, and this is where YaTo seems to unwind. They did really well for a while. NSS then sat back, was a bit on the defensive, learned what to do, and now here comes the counter-attack. NSS are looking really strong for a 5-0 victory here against YaTo, but YaTo, proud warriors who definitely did really well. There goes Fire. Beowulf might actually go down, but well, maybe it's enough.
It's getting closer. They have to just like kill Shocknicker right now. They cannot lose any tanks anymore.
But look at this block by Shotnik. He knows I'm going to die. I'm going to let you die too. But even Granny decides not to engage and engage Lack. It's a bunch of one-on-ones. Although I say that, and Designate turns up
full HP
and says,
coming in.
No, you're not getting Shotnik. Bye-bye. And it looks like Lack would actually lose his fight with Granny anyway.
He
goes for Shotnik. What awareness from Lack. He was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to die. We're going to lose. I'm going to take one more guy with me. Give a round of applause for YaTo Gaming, who do lose 5-0, but what a proud 5-0 that